So I must say that I am in no way, shape, or form disappointed in regards to this Boogie documentary. It's exactly what I expected from this guy. He is as manipulative and narcissistic, maybe even more so, than I expected him to portray himself as, not to mention highly manipulative. Anyhow, let's get back to the documentary, shall we?
So I don't know. It could fucking be today. Do I think I'll make 50? Yeah, probably. That's only 2 years away. Do I think I'll make 60, which is 12 years away? Probably not.
So give me money! So I could continue to stuff my face until I drop dead from a coronary.
Here's everything that's wrong with Boogie.
He can't wait to tell you, too. He can't wait to tell you.
Low testosterone.
Yeah, anybody surprised by that?
Testicular hypogonadism.
Isn't that the same as low testosterone? Isn't that what causes the low testosterone?
Sleep apnea. Swelling due to blockages of lymphatic flow. Seborrheic eczema. Chronic back pain. Protein in urine. That's from kidney damage, folks.
Kidney damage from what? Well, yeah, okay. Guy's a mess.
Is everything keeping me alive. We have losartan, tramadol, bupropion, sertraline. Did I deal with back pain? I deal with nightmares. I'm always tired. I don't know the last time I did sleep. Otherwise, if I don't wear this machine at night, when I'm supposed to be sleeping, I'm actually drowning in my own fat.
There's a solution for that. You could eat a salad and try going for a walk.
High blood pressure, history of gastric bypass, intestinal malabsorption, vitamin D sufficiency. Because like most gamers, I hate the sun.
There's a solution for that too. Go outside or take vitamin D. I think this guy just wants to be a mess so he can bitch and moan and complain and whine about how he's a mess.
Morbid obesity, major depressive disorder, major anxiety disorder, history of diabetes mellitus.
I don't know that I buy that. I don't know that I believe this guy's actually depressed. I'm not sure I believe it.
Blood pooling in veins, varicose veins of the legs.
I mean, how could you be this much of a mess and not do something about it? It's not like the guy isn't aware he's a mess, right? I mean, at least he says he is, and yet in all this time he's done nothing about it. By the way, if he's so depressed and hadn't been this depressed for so long, why is he still hanging around? Lots of people with less problems than this dude have already offed themselves.
With complications, degeneration of lumbar or lumbosacral intervertebral disc. That means my back don't work so good. History of basal cell carcinoma, that's cancer. And
so history. So you don't have cancer, your family has a history of cancer. Okay.
Of course, I can't breathe so good, so asthma and allergies as well. So.
See, I am really a huge mess. You should feel sorry for me.
It's a waiting game now, and it's just about making the best of it.
It's about making the best of it? Really? All you do is sit around all day and bitch and moan and complain about how horrible your life is. You do nothing to make it better. How are you making the best of anything, pal? Even the food you eat is crap. Now, you got the money to afford better, but you eat crap.
You just enjoy what you got when you got it.
What do you enjoy? Does any... Well, he does enjoy life. He enjoys being pitied. He enjoys being made fun of. He enjoys humiliation. He enjoys being the butt of people's jokes. He enjoys being a victim, right? Yeah, that's his enjoyment.
Sometimes that's a chicken quesadilla.
Garbage, crap. And this guy just makes me so angry.
I I wanted to make like a documentary that was generally entertaining. You realize, wait a second, everything he says is depressing. Everything he says is like the saddest shit I've ever heard.
That would be half of my mortgage right now. $10,000. And it's just about making the best of it.
This guy, holy shit. I mean, maybe he's well-adjusted. I mean, I guess if you're a well-adjusted person and you have to spend any time around Boogie, he's going to drag you down. He couldn't even handle being around the guy halfway through. Wow. Wow, wow, wow.
This is the first documentary I'm doing. I can't put out a documentary that's this guy the whole time. Because I don't want my brand new channel to be known as making documentaries about the most depressing people that exist. It's just like, what the fuck happened to this guy? What the fuck happened to Boogie?
Yeah, well, good question. I don't think anybody cares at this point. I've had a mental health counselor, comedian, and a YouTube consultant to assist in analyzing Boogie's downfall. Brought in that Dr. Grande.
Well, he's losing what made people...
Any of you know anything about me, you know how I feel about psychologists. They're just social constructivists. They're put out there to spread a particular narrative, a particular agenda about what is normal, what is abnormal. And usually the messages they spread in regards to what is normal is woke crap. And everything that's abnormal and wrong and harmful to you is what we've known as normal for centuries. So, yeah. But anyway.
People originally like him. It could be as simple as just that positive attitude.
Why not use your only life to make the lives around you better? Fuck you. It's none of your fucking business. It's my body. It's my choice. Eat shit.
And over time, in the content, we see this shift where he starts to become more interested in money.
I just like making content. I just like talking to a camera. I just like doing cool stuff. I just want ad revenue. I just want YouTube to pay me a fair amount. It's all about...
Let me tell you something. You weren't seeing a shift. You were starting to see the real him. As he got more and more sure of himself, as he got more and more confident, his following, as he got more and more arrogant, he just started to show more and more of who he actually was. I've got my audience locked in. All these people love me. As he got too comfortable. And he lost touch. And, he just let the curtain slip ever more. So you could see the wizard behind the curtain who was really running the show. And it's this guy. All right?
For one, right?
And his concerns about money.
If I could teach you anything, it's to hold on to the money you get.
Oh, are you trying to manipulate people into giving you money?
The answer is yes. Give me some money.
Yeah, I don't get it. Why did you people give this guy so much money? That's what I don't understand. I've watched some of his videos. I don't see it. I don't see what's so interesting. I mean, this guy is a big fake. He's a fraud. He's a phony. He tries to, at one point, he tried to appeal to the most people humanly possible, big, gigantic fence sitter, never taking a side. And then he just became this obnoxious clown. I don't get why anybody followed this dude or gave him any money.
And more interested in complaining.
I couldn't be more grateful. I couldn't be more grateful to people. Want to comment? Thank you.
I'm a walking embarrassment, dude.
We do. Look at me. I'm fucking disgusting. Better, I'm a piece of shit.
I will never function the way you function.
Well, it's most certainly not. But not because you couldn't, but because you choose not to. Because to function the way a normal person would, you'd actually have to be a little reflective and look at your problems and deal with their root causes. That's not going to happen.
It's not possible.
That's why if you're griping to your viewers, if you're complaining to your subscribers, I mean...
Who I think he hates, by the way. This guy seems to hate the world. I think he hates almost everybody, if not everybody.
That just leaves a sour taste in people's mouths.
I think my window's closing. And if it's not closing already, it's already closed.
Right, so if there was money to be made in making people feel depressed, I think Boogie would be in the right business.
But he has, right? He's still making money being a depressing schlub. Isn't he?
Like, that's just my life philosophy at this point. Just face down in the mud. That's
That's pretty much how we live our lives. That's right around the corner. Like, I have to.
Are they going to tell us what this medical bill is? I mean, how do we know that's true? It's not going into any detail. I mean, this guy documenting this stuff has went into deep detail, right down to what kind of medications Boogie is taking, and yet we don't see any detail here. No specifics. Why? Just some mystery illness, some mystery unexpected medical bill causing an insufficient balance. I think that insufficient balance might be him eating out too much, or maybe he bought another useless piece of tchotchke crap.
To sell this place, I have to tap into the equities to survive. Like, that's the last of my money. And so much of that money is going to doctor's appointments, and
this is all performative, folks. This is all an act. And he's roped this poor sucker documentarian into it.
Tests and all of that is just to fucking stay alive.
It's amazing. This guy seems to hate the world, hate himself, hate everything. He's miserable. He's depressed, in a perpetual state of angst. He's breaking his ankles, supposedly, just go to the freaking bathroom. And yet, he's supposedly spending all this money and time and effort to stay alive. Very interesting. Look at what he does, not what he says. What he says is a bunch of BS.
Fuck.
I mean, there's a solution, pal. A few feet of rope. $3 at the Home Depot. Probably not even that. I'm not encouraging anybody in any way, shape, or form. But the way that this guy talks, what I'm saying is that that's a solution that he would, based upon this performance he's given, which we're supposed to believe is true, you would think that he would have already taken that option, right? Right? I mean, he's reached the end of his rope. Apparently not.
There are plenty of different content creators that have various mental illnesses all over social media. And some just say, it is what it is, and this is what I'm going to do. Boogie tends to be really obsessed with this idea that it's favorable to have people feel sorry for you, and that kind of victim mentality.
Isn't that what you preach? That's how you make your living, isn't it? That's the message you spread, right? And by the way, isn't that the culture that we live in right now? Everybody's a victim. And the bigger a victim you are, the more you get rewarded. This guy's a perfect example. He's a millionaire.
Where you can get further in life if people have compassion on you, regardless of the reason they're doing it.
That's exactly it. This guy takes advantage of people's empathy. He takes advantage of their pathological compassion, their altruism, their addiction to compassion, their overly compassionate natures that a lot of people have these days, bleeding hearts have for this poor guy. He takes advantage. That's what he does. He's a parasite.
I look awful. If I look like I've been through hell over the last couple of days, it's because I have been. Most notably, I ruined my body. Like Jerry, I ruined my own career. Maybe it was the imposter syndrome. Maybe it's because
It's been a method of...
He's a shrink now. By the way, if this guy is a shrink, he needs to get a new shrink. You're not doing a very good job, Mr. Shrink. Although some might argue otherwise. He is a millionaire. So maybe the shrink's doing a real good job. I don't know. And this is all an act. It's performative just to make money.
I think covert narcissism is the right phrase. Like, oh, look at how pathetic I am. You should feel sorry for me. You would never be mean to me because I'm so pathetic, right? Oh, I'm so fat. I'm so weird. I'm so goofy. I'm such an old man. I'm such
Old man. Piss off. I'm older than you, fatso.
I grew up in an abusive family and an abusive home.
Feel sorry for me.
The amount of pain that's in my head and my heart is...
So vulnerable narcissism has a number of characteristics. A person can be considered a vulnerable narcissist without having them all. So with vulnerable narcissism or covert narcissism, we see pessimism.
I feel defeated and confused. And
The real question is he actually a covert narcissist, vulnerable narcissist, or is that just an act? Is it all just an act? Well, he's obviously a narcissist. Oh, and is he unhappy or is he happy? Is he content with his life or does he really want to change things?
lost all the time, every day.
Hypersensitivity to criticism.
I can't handle this kind of hate. I can't handle these types of attacks. I can't do it.
The very interesting thing about this guy, what's interesting, is that he puts himself out there to such an extent where criticism is unavoidable. I mean, the stuff that he says, the things that he shares are so objectionable. Most normal people would know that you're going to get criticism, but he doesn't know, right? He's so abnormal, he's so dysfunctional that in his world, that's normal. Oh, I think he's a narcissist. I think he's suffering from numerous personality disorders. He definitely has mental problems, but I'm not so sure he has a big problem with that. To be totally completely honest, I mean, if he did, wouldn't he have changed it by now?
Active anger, so they're not really thinking things through.
Is this what I have to do?
Who goes by Boogie2988 was booked into the jail this morning.
Need for admiration.
Can I get a round of applause?
The self-centeredness.
I'm the perfect victim. I have been victimized my entire life.
The sense of entitlement.
You guys want to help me pay for my Tesla? Please go ahead and dig deep. I sure would like a free fucking Tesla.
Believing oneself to be special.
How many kids
Yeah, I don't think he's, well, maybe he is special, but not in a good way.
went on to get 4.5 million YouTube subscribers?
So here's the thing. So I think he has a very high opinion of himself. Maybe that's just a mask. Maybe that's just something he projects. Maybe that's overcompensation. But honestly speaking, I don't think he has a big problem with how he is or how he looks. Yeah, he's a narcissist. Yeah, these things he's saying about himself, much of them are true. But do I think he has a problem with these things? Nah, not particularly. Come on, I mean, this guy's been complaining upwards of close to 20 years about this stuff. If he knows it's a problem, and he has an issue with these things, one would think he would have done something about it by now. But no, he hasn't. At all.
Steven Williams!
You're just watching the same things over and over again.
What's up? Ladies and gentlemen of YouTube, Boogie2988 coming to us in the power of the internet. This is my rambling series, my blogger series. We're talking about life in the universe, and it's really interesting to me.
Boogie2988 His.
He ain't broke, by the way.
Fall from grace is so catastrophic.
Not happy about it.
People are sick of the shtick.
Are they, though? He's still making money.
And what would you recommend to him now to get his viewers back?
I don't think he's getting his viewers back. I don't think that's a possibility. I think the only thing to do now is go a different angle.
I don't know. Let's not underestimate the naivete of his audience. I mean, the dude has made millions. Consistently going through this cycle of, you know, self-deprecation, supposed remorse, then acting out, and self-deprecation to remorse, and then, I mean, the dude is consistently fooling his audience time and time and time again, and these people are falling for it. So I don't know, does he have to change anything?
But I don't even know if that's possible. I mean, I'm not going to say it's impossible, but how do you change yourself? Like, viewers are smart.
Well, Boogie sure don't know how to change, and I don't think he wants to.
Like, they want to see you. They want to see what you're interested in. I don't know. You got to get a job. Maybe in this case, GameStop.
So there you go, the master manipulator that is Boogie. So is this guy genuine? Constantly talking about his issues, acting like he's, vulnerable, hence the term vulnerable narcissist. Now, he's definitely a narcissist. He's definitely mentally ill. He definitely is a vulnerable narcissism to a certain point, by his actions anyway, but are those actions genuine, and are they a genuine expression of a want to change, or has he just seen that if I talk like this, if I act this way, if I portray myself as a powerless, helpless victim, that is what is going to get me the most rewards in a culture that seems to reward people for being victims, casting themselves as oppressed, and having no power and taking no responsibility for their actions. I'll let you be the judge. But anyway, I hope you enjoy. I am the realist philosopher, and I wish you all a good and pleasant day. Take care.